Hi you guys, this is gonna be a reading on are you ready to receive love, and we are gonna go right into it because I have nothing else to say. But the first deck we do have is the Sexual Magic Tarot. Everything else is pre-picked and pre-shuffled, so we begin. Okay. Dun dun dun. Cool. Pile 1. Are you ready to receive love? A card, please. Actually. Pile 2. Are you ready to receive love? And then pile 3. Oh, thanks. Cool. Cute. Okay, wait, no, here it is. I feel like every time I do these beginnings, they're just super weird, but yeah. Pile 1. You have Moon in Capricorn waiting. Funny because the Moon is currently in Cancer, so the very opposite of Capricorn there. Waiting. Pile 2, we have Mars, Wrath. And then pile 3, we have Moon in Cancer, Desire. Well, here we are, so fully aligned with the energies today, or tonight rather, because Cancer, Capricorn, and then I guess Mars. I think Mars is still in retrograde, I'm not sure, but here we go. I hope you can see clearly, and I will now shut up and let you pick. Cute. I hope that's been enough. I am gonna start with the first card, which was obviously waiting. No more waiting for you, that's for sure, or at least let's hope so. Yeah, cool. Okay, I'm gonna read this one from the booklet thing. 20. Cool. Capricorn Luna. Passion lived fully but without frenzy, not overwhelmed, savoring the moment. Actually, that's pretty lovely, to be honest. Probably even better than frenzy. Reflection. Waiting has two sides. The sad side that experiences a sense of separation or emptiness, and the serene and confident side of those who await a change, the fateful encounter. Waiting becomes anticipation, which makes everything taste better. That's really lovely, actually. Holy shit. Okay. For some of you, you are still waiting, you are ready, but you're in the process of waiting. You're probably creating something for yourself. You're waiting for a lover to return a text, a call, to potentially get your commitment to a higher level. For some of you, you are single and you're waiting for sparks, for something to just fly in your radar, but not just any type of spark. It has to be, well, grounded, because it can't, you know, go straight to marriage or full throttle relationship from the get-go, but it has to feel not just like it comes from chemistry that's out of nowhere. There has to be some kind of groundedness with it, basically. The first card we have is from the Spiritual Tarot, this deck, which you've seen me use a couple of times, and we have Judgment. Okay, cool. So some of you are making a judgment call on a relationship that you do have currently. Maybe you want to know if you should stay in it, if you should leave, if this is the right person for you. I feel like you are ready for love, or there is a big call for you to focus on whether or not you are ready, but like in terms of not me telling you are you ready, but you journaling, are you ready for actual love? Like, are you ready to fall in love? Tinashe's free song, oh my god, what it's called? No, I've forgotten the title. I was literally listening to it yesterday on repeat. But in the song, she literally says, are you ready for me? Because I've made up my mind and like I'm ready. You're gonna be in love with me. Something like that. I can't remember it. Shit. I'm gonna find it and add it to the to your pile, because it's a good song. It's great actually for manifesting love and stuff. But it's just like she's really made up her mind there, and she's finally deciding who she wants in her life and why, basically. The next cards we have are the Valentina Tarot, and we have the King of Chalices, so King of Cups. Four of Wands, Interesting. And then the Eight of Cups. Okay. Okay, cool. So some of you are genuinely thinking of leaving a union that you are already present in, and maybe it's with someone who either is an alcoholic, or yeah, take it as it resonates, or someone who is very emotional, potentially slightly, actually, overly emotional. Maybe they like to keep you like this consistently, and they express a lot of emotion, and maybe you're not comfortable with the kind of emotion that they express toward you, basically. So if it is a union that has been working in your favor, but for whatever reason you feel like they're giving you too much, part of it is because, one, boundaries need to be expressed here on both sides, so there needs to be a talk on who does what in the relationship, basically, but also on how you actually relate to each other romantically, because it seems like one person may be more into the other, from what I'm getting from these cards anyway. So one of you may want to, and I think that's you, wants to be potentially single or out of it, or just not with this person, if there is a person involved in this situation, basically, or from this reading, whoever it resonates with. With the King of Chalices, there are two birds with freaking massive fins there that literally look like two fish with massive fins that look like birds. The confusion is real here. So yeah, maybe this is someone masquerading as your twin flame, whatever you identify as. I don't really prescribe to those terms because yeah, the social media, the mass, what is it called, well, wherever that went, the ship definitely sailed and it went in the wrong direction. But for those of you that do believe in twin flames and soulmates and that kind of stuff, you may have thought that this is your perfect counterpart, basically, but maybe they weren't. I don't know if I believe in perfect counterparts in the first place, but I do believe in compatibility, and maybe you thought that this person was seriously compatible with you, only to realize that at first it was actually based on chemistry and not so much compatibility. So now that the sparks are slightly dying, you're like, why did I fall for this person? Where is what was promised, basically? So you're finding reasons to get out of this, basically. Some of you are calling a judgment call, and you're really being asked to sit with yourself and really wonder what you want in your life, because you feel stagnant. Oh my god, no. This is the Four of Wands, not the Four of Cups. Okay, some of you don't feel stagnant, but for a good majority, for a small majority of you, you do, and you don't know what to do with the connection that is already present in your life, and you need to make decisions on whether or not you should cut it off or continue it, or actually change the dynamic within it to actually communicate properly, basically. And for others of you who are potentially not in a relationship, or in a relationship already, there is something coming towards you that will, what's the word, take off your socks. I don't know if that's a saying, but it's been in my head for a few weeks, basically. Rock your socks off, if that's what it's called, but it's something that you've been waiting for, almost an eternity for, quite frankly, and you feel like they will be the perfect match for you, but just be careful. Again, compatibility is subjective. Really, what's the word, really zero in on your differences and your similarities, but do it from an objective point of view and not subjective. I know that one is well, it can be hard, basically, because we all view love from what is it, rosy tinted glasses and stuff like that, but that love, it can dissipate. The chemistry, it will also dissipate. So it's just like what you choose to do with it. Once the feeling, the anticipation, the corny feeling basically becomes more stable, and yeah, once it becomes more stable, you got to decide what you do or what to do. There is a judgment call here, though, to focus on what you actually want in a relationship anyway. So if there is something you are leaving behind, or someone you are leaving behind, you will be heading into a far better union, first with yourself and then with another. And for those of you that have been waiting patiently and there has been absolutely no one on your radar, there may be someone here who is actually coming towards you, but you need to actually manifest them is probably the wrong term, but like you need to call yourself out on your own behavior and realize what you want in your life, because you are the one who's attracting this person basically. So me telling you that yes, there's a person coming towards you, well, yeah, there always is, to be honest, but it's what you want to attract that's important. So it might be important for you to actually script the characteristics you want to see in this person, or journal basically. Create the person from thin air, or from your imagination, from exactly what you want it to be, or who you want them to be, rather, and embody. But that also starts with a lot of looking into yourself and your triggers and your boundaries and your self-love for yourself too. The next cards we have are from the normal Rider Waite, and we, oh my god, what did I say? I'm so sorry. The Four of Cups, here we are, okay. All that stuff I said before, it still stands for some of you, so. But again, 4-4 may be important here, or 4-4-4, or 4-4-4-4. Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Again, please start journaling, because you need to clear your mind. I feel like you're manifesting someone towards you, but your mind is constantly being bombarded with new ideas, with new scenarios, with new people, and you may be conflicted on who to choose and what to choose for yourself, basically. Or some of you are bored, and this is why you want love in your life now, because you feel like if you receive love from a different person, everything will be all fine and dandy, but like you have to entertain yourself. You have to find ways to entertain yourself first and foremost before you find another individual to do that. So whilst I do think that you may be ready for love here, because it looks like you are, there's still a period of waiting that is essential to creating what you actually desire in your reality. And that is a better you is genuinely the wrong way to put it, but like a version of you that you are incredibly comfortable with. And well, a good question here would be like, would you date yourself if you saw yourself? Answer that question, basically. I think you would, with the Queen of Swords here, but you got to answer that. Also, for some of you, you may be attracting someone who is the slight polar opposite of you in terms of, because these two are not counterparts, but one of them is more logical, obviously, and then the other one is more emotional. But funnily enough, we have the Queen as the more logical one and the King as the more emotional one. And to be honest, let's wreck the stereotypes. Women are more logical than men if this is a heterosexual relationship. Don't play into the stereotype that men are more logical and women are more emotional, because if you actually look at data and all of that jazz, it turns out that men actually use their emotions far more than women do. And honestly, I can't find, well, in my head right now, obviously I can't find a study that suggests that, but there's been multiple studies done on how men perceive love and things like that, and you realize that men use their heart space far more than women. Like, women make headstrong decisions when it. Why am I talking about this as if this is just a heterosexual couple? Anyways, some of you will be attracting a counterpart who is incredibly logical if you are the emotional type, and then the others of you, if you are the logical one, you will be attracting someone of the opposite who is far more in tune with the emotions, which would make you both seem like the perfect couple. Although obviously remember that you have to be whole on your own first, and then you attract someone who is also whole. But either way, every relationship has its roles. To be on a team, you can't have exactly the same role. You work together, you don't have the same role. You're not independent, you're interdependent in a relationship. So this relationship would basically serve you in the sense that you will be like two halves of a whole kind of thing, but each one of you is whole regardless of whether or not you view this person as someone who's going to complete you. They're not. You complete yourself, but if you want someone who's going to love you for you, you have to love you for you too, and this person better love themselves for themselves too first, basically. Next cards we have are from the Weight Cap Tarot, and what we have here are the Four of Pentacles. Alright, so we have 444 now. Very interesting. Death and the Empress. Great. Okay. What I'm getting from this is that you actually do need to focus on yourself. Something is dying in the past, whether it's a current mentality that you have that doesn't allow you to have love in your life, or if it's an actual relationship from the past which you're still carrying over into your present or your future. There may be this relationship will either die and you enter a new cycle with a new person, or this relationship will die regardless, and you will sorry, not you specifically, but like you guys will resurrect it, and it will be a far better relationship once the old stuff has been left to die, basically. Because death is about transformation itself. It's not just about die, like an ending, but there is a beginning there, obviously, especially with the Empress. But it needs to be looked at clearly. If there's a relationship that already exists here, 15:15 on the clock, you need to look at it clearly, because for some of you, you might want to end it or enter a different union with another person, basically. Shit. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you might want to be single for a bit, or want to be alone for a while. I know that sounds completely different from what this reading is. Are you ready for love? But at the same time, there might still be time for you to wait. And again, if you chose the waiting card, I think deep down you know that parts of you, a lot of parts of you are ready for love, and you are craving love. But there are some parts of you that still, they crave love to the point where you need to learn how to give it to yourself first before someone else can enter and give it to you. And if there's already another person in the picture, i.e. like a partner that you're not a fan of any longer, that sounds so weird, it might be time to take off the band-aid and end it. But please obviously use your discernment. I am not here to tell you to end your relationships if they're not serving you, or if they are serving you, but like, use your discernment again, because it's you, not me. But yeah, Moon Power Tarot is the next deck, and we have the Fool. Nice, lovely stuff. Oop. Two of Swords and King of Swords. Okay, some of you are juggling two people. Just gotta say it. The King of Swords and the King of Cups. You don't know who to decide between. You don't know whether you should go into the positive, into a new beginning, or stay with the same person you are with. You are clearly someone who is ready for love, or you think you're ready for love because you really, really want it. But at the same time, you gotta focus on you. I hate saying that. I honestly hate receiving information like that as well. But you need to be your focal point. It doesn't matter who else is with you. You have to be the center of your attention, of your attraction, and you have to teach yourself how to love yourself properly without expecting other people to be the one who are constantly providing and giving you serotonin and all of those other happy chemicals. Cannot be codependent on other people trying to make you happy, because that's what they'll constantly be doing, trying, and then they'll start resenting you if they can't make you happy, and you start resenting them because they can't make you happy. So it will be a vicious cycle, basically. But for those of you that aren't in that kind of situation, and if you stuck through listening to this, well, yeah, choose yourself, and the love that you desire will actually find you first. But I think there's no need for you to go out of your way to look for love, basically. I think you're on your way to being ready for love, like to fully embrace it wholly. But you still have things to do to choose yourself, basically. There are still some lessons you need to learn on choosing yourself. And leaving bygones in the past, basically. Because there's a lot you possess that is incredibly desirable to other people and also yourself. And for some of you, you will say, yes, I do want to date myself. Perfect. Like, you are someone who would date themselves, basically. If you were a second person, you know, you would date yourself. I don't mean dating a cardboard version of yourself. But yeah, a big chunk of you just wants to leave the past behind, basically. And if there is another person involved, I feel like most of you want to leave them behind as well. So if you do have a partner already, I don't know, man, this is what the cards are giving me this time. Please pick another pile if this doesn't relate, basically. But yeah, this is what I have. Thank you for being here, and if it resonated, feel free to stick around, and yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you. Pile 2, you've chosen Wrath, Mars, and I'm gonna read that from the thing, from the booklet. But what I'm getting from here, I feel like we've had all of these cards pop up before, so it's just like each pile is just a repetition of previous readings in different ways, basically. But let's see, Wrath 29. Not me trying to read the whatever version that is. Is that Italian? God knows. Okay. 29, Wrath, Mars. Okie dokie. Anger is like an explosion that stays in the air and keeps people apart. But if a wall opens up, a few steps can bring people together. Reflection. Mars is the god of Eros, but also of anger, extreme emotions, and problems solved only through conflict. Incendiary passions and memorable erotic experiences go hand in hand with poignant pain and devouring rage. Jesus, guys, okie dokie. Are you arguing with your partner? Is this what this is? Cause wow. Or some of you really want erotic experiences rather than love itself, potentially, or you want your erotic experience to finally go hand in hand with love, and potentially you may be angry or annoyed that people are constantly looking at you with sexual advances, but they're not offering love, which is exactly what you want. So you feel like some people are withholding basically the love that they have for you. If a wall opens up, a few steps can bring people together. Interesting. Okie dokie. Let's see. First card we have from this tarot, spiritual tarot. Again, you've seen it a few times. If if you're new, you haven't. But alas, the Tower. Okay. Alright. So if you're angry with these two, it's a good time to start communicating on your boundaries. If not with another person, first with yourself. Journaling may be helpful, therapy, just anything that gets that anger out of you, that actually expresses it in a healthy way, where you feel like it's out of you. It's no longer, it's anger can serve you, yes, but like it's no longer bothering you to the point where you just want to explode, or you feel like you're suppressing it, because suppression is not healthy. It will never work in your favor if you're suppressing it. Let it go. I know that sounds wishy-washy, because how the fuck do you let it go? But at the same time, you let it go by actually thinking about what has happened to you to make you that angry, and then correlating those events to past childhood repetitions of similar events that have occurred that have made you feel abandoned, neglected. What else is there? Guilty, and there's a fourth one, but I can't remember what it is, to be honest. Just like things have been unfair in your life, basically. So if you have been suffering in terms of why people aren't giving you the love you deserve, or the love you feel like you deserve, part of it is because you still feel like you're not deserving enough of love, basically. But you are trying your best, and you need to continue to try your best, because you will receive it. But you have to let go of the burdens, basically. The mentality that keeps you small in this tower, where you're screaming your head off, but nothing is being fixed, basically. Metaphorically speaking, not literally, obviously. Yeah, if possible, if there is someone else who is angering you, it may be a good time to actually communicate, because if it's on your mind after 24 hours, and you haven't said anything yet, say it out loud within the 48-hour mark, basically. I feel like that is a really good mark of time. If it's bothering you and you haven't said anything in 24 hours, you gotta say it by the 48th hour. You have to bring it up, even if it's small. You gotta bring it up, basically, because you can't stuff it down, you can't suppress it. There's no need. It will only eat you up and make things worse. We'll see what happens next. Okay, next cards we have are from the Valentina Tarot, and we have the Two of Coins. Okay, going between the past and the present. That's how I'm gonna read it. Six of Swords. Okie dokie, and the Star. Right, a lot of you are doing a lot of healing, and you're constantly battling your previous demons. Well, I guess, yeah, previous demons from a previous mentality that you've had. You're still stuck in the old, and also you have your one foot in the new kind of thing. So you're doing the right thing. Whatever you're doing, you're on your way to being loved, basically. You're on your way to being ready to receive love. But I think you're being too hard on yourself for some of you, and for others of you, you're not communicating enough, basically, about your own boundaries. So just let the words out. Just literally start talking. Honestly, a really good tactic as well is when you're angry, and if you don't want to talk to another person, you can literally talk to yourself. Record it, or what is it, send yourself a voice note on something, save a voice note, whatever, and then look back at it again later and you realize that some of the problems that you have, they shouldn't be any problems. And then when you start reflecting on and start writing out like the issues you have whilst you're speaking about those angry moments or just anything that has upset you, really, you realize that the problems you're experiencing, what you're repeating over and over again in your head, is only there because you keep putting it there, because you keep thinking about it. And I know that sounds kind of dismissive at the same time, to be honest, because it can be rude, but you have control. You really do. You have the control to change what you think about. And also another tactic to get rid of emotions or thoughts that you don't like in your mind is 5 4 3 2 1. Think about something else and just keep doing that. 5 4 3 2 1. There are studies made. Mel Robbins on YouTube does a lot of that stuff as well. She talks about, well, a lot of good things, to be honest, so I recommend looking up her channel if you want to know. But she does talk about manifestation, but also psychology in general, and how to treat yourself better and how to actually motivate yourself with like far kinder language than anything rude will ever awaken in you, basically. But yeah, for a lot of you, you are ready for something new, and you're beating yourself up for continuously focusing on the past again and again, basically. But you are healing, and for some of you, you are also in the spotlight, and a lot of people do want to be with you, but I don't know if they have anything to offer that's actually substantial yet, as of yet anyway. So yeah, are you ready for love? No, I don't think. Sorry, that sounded rude, but I don't think so. Yeah, I feel like you're cocooning yourself and you're still healing and you're in the process of actually helping yourself. Well, sorry, you are love itself. You need to remember that, for one. But I'm not sure if you're ready for romantic love, basically. Okay, let me just continue. And I am so sorry if this reading is triggering in any sense of the word. Sorry. Next cards we have are from the what's it called, normal right away, and we have the King of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. New beginning occurring in your life, new beginning that will actually set you free. If you've been ruminating and spending way too much time in your mind, communicate. Again, the cards keep repeating themselves. You need to communicate. If there is someone in your life who feels like a secure individual who you want to share what you have to say with, but you haven't yet, communicate. Whether it's a man or woman, whatever they identify as, just communicate. Tell them, especially if you feel secure enough in their presence, how you feel, how things are affecting you, how you feel mentally, how you think mentally, basically, what your thoughts make you feel. You gotta externalize those thoughts, basically, because if they are trapped in your body, you need to make space for love. And to make space for love, you need to expel what's not serving you, basically. And if you want to look at some the way you speak to yourself as a point of reference for like whether or not you're ready for love, again, record yourself speaking to yourself, or just record the thoughts in your mind for like a few hours in a journal. And because doing it for a whole day, that sounds kind of long, not gonna lie. But record those thoughts for a few hours, for half an hour, whatever, and just mind the language you are using. Look at the language you use in your mind that you constantly think about. Just write down all of your thoughts and then start analyzing, is this conducive to a healthy relationship with myself first and then with another? Will this allow me to have the relationship that I actually desire? This mentality, the way I feel about myself, the way I view myself, will it allow me to have a relationship with an external being? Okay, next cards we have are from the Weird Cat Tarot, and I have the Knight of Pentacles here. Or whatever. The Knight of Pentacles is here, so that's slow, but it leads towards the King, so you're doing great. You're doing great. Nice. Queen of Pentacles. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, if there is a person already who's in your field of vision and you want some kind of connection with them, it's on its way. You're literally the perfect match with the suits here, but it is kind of slow, but it is working. So extending an invite and a small offer, coffee, tea, I don't know, something like that, a small date offering kind of thing. um Maybe a happy idea. It might also make the other person, well, it will definitely make the other person very happy as well, basically, especially if you feel like two peas in a pod. So yeah, if you've been hibernating and hiding yourself for a while, now is the time to actually get out of your comfort zone and do extend a leaf, at least, if not a whole branch, just a leaf. That's all. And if your tree is barren, if there's no leaves on that tree, I mean, there will be, I'm sorry, but they are growing. Six of what's it called, uh swords here. Something will turn up basically in your vicinity, and it will be slightly abrupt here, actually very abrupt here. There will be something abrupt that turns up that makes you feel a bit more secure in yourself, both with the king and the queen of pentacles. So if it isn't even about another person, if it's just about you, there will be security entering the chat, entering your life, basically, and for some of you, this will come about from all of the anger you expel, but also finding new ways to use this aggression to your advantage, basically. By which I mean not, hurting other people, but like actually using it to propel yourself forwards by communicating, starting projects and hobbies and ideas and things that you've wanted to do for a while, but you haven't had the motivation to. Use this anger to channel all of that creativity out of you, basically, into the world. So, yeah, I do take it back. Maybe you are ready for love, but the thing is, it's a slow process. And again, you are love, but you need to show yourself that first, basically. So yeah, and I think, yeah, whatever you feel angry about from the past, valid reasons, yes, but you have to let it go, else abruptly something will happen that will make you let it go, basically. And hopefully that wouldn't be something else that you have to focus your attention on that's equally as bad or anything. Ideally it will be something good, but again, the tower comes before the star here, so like, the numbers. Oh shit, I need to charge my phone. But yeah, the tower comes before the star, and whatever happens, basically, will start getting better. Sorry, Mercury is in retrograde, so everything is a bit whack here, personally, anyway. But yeah, if there is a traumatic event happening around you currently, there will be healing involved in it, and there will be some kind of reconciliation, basically, but not the kind of reconciliation that every tarot reader speaks about. What I mean here is like a positive, actual, happy, like, yes, I am sorry, there is changed behavior, and that's that. And for some of you, that's the end. Like, there will be no longer a need to communicate with this person, basically. It will be just the closing of a chapter, really, basically. And for some of you, the closing of this chapter will allow you to enter something new with someone who is more your caliber, basically. And then the last cards we have here are from the Moon Power Tarot, and we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like the piles so far have been repeating themselves. Like, the previous pile also had quite a few of the similar cards, basically. But Four of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Empress. There we have it. You have the power to create your reality. You always have. You always will. And this is who you are meant to be, the Empress and the Magician, I guess. Or actually, for some of you, you are also manifesting someone who is on your level here, but they are more active, whereas you spend your time, well, actually depends on who's who, so apply how it applies. But one person spends their time and is slightly more receptive to good energy, to blessings, to actual physical abundance, whilst the other one goes out of their way to create it, basically. So one is more dominant, I guess, and masculine, and the other is a bit more submissive is the wrong word, but submissive given dominant, and then also reflective, but also very present, because Taurus energy again, but not going out of their way to achieve things, because they already know that things just come to them and they achieve them much easier like that, basically. It's not even about chasing, it's about receiving in this one. But yeah, this has been a bit of a roller coaster here, so I hope it's been as clear as possible, because again, Mercury is in retrograde whilst I'm filming this. So again, I can only meet you as far as I've met myself right now, anyway. And just an interesting period, really. But Anyways, see you in the next one or the previous one, and thank you for being here. Cute. Pile 3, you have chosen desire, and this is Moon in Cancer, which currently we are in. Well, I am in, because by the time I post this, it might be in what's after Cancer? Leo. So more fiery energy and more energy in general. So that's tasty. The first card we have is from the Spiritual Tarot right here, and we have the World. Okay, well, it's about damn time. I feel like some of you are freaking tired of not receiving what you want to receive, and now it's a good time for you to actually receive it. Basically, it's, again, the turtle she's standing on. It's about damn time. You've been making decisions, you've been plotting, you've been waiting for your ships to come in, because she also has two staffs, is that what you call them? Wands, I guess. And yeah, you're ready to conquer the world, quite frankly, with your presence, and the world is also ready for you, basically. So if you don't feel like you're ready for love, honey, I'm here to tell you that you are. I don't care. You are. And it's been a wreck. Time has passed slowly. You felt like you've had to do everything. Oh my god, I didn't even read your desire card. Sorry, I'll get to that. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience, basically, where you've had to force yourself to do all of the self-work that you've done, and now it's time to receive blessings. But before I even get to the rest of the cards, let me just read the desire card, because oops. 8. Okie dokie. Nice. Okay. Cancer, Luna. Desire begets reality, manifesting as a mirror image. Even a child can be a mirror of the couple. Reflection. Desire is the father of action, a primal urge to move, become active. It's the first step towards creation. Kidoki, time to create, time to be ready, time to do some mirror magic, time to speak to yourself in the mirror, to actually manifest what you desire, basically. Look at yourself and tell yourself all of the beautiful things you want to hear from another, all of the beautiful things you want to express from yourself into yourself as well, if that makes sense. But yeah, you gotta feel whole, and I feel like you've been filling up your cup, basically, especially with the world here. You've been filling up your cup enough to feel like you are whole all on your own, because you will be whole all on your own. That's the epitome of like what self-love is, really, and also discipline and all of those other healthy, well, they can be viewed as healthy anyway, but the one facet of the healthy, basically, love and discipline, basically. So yeah, you're filling up your cup, and you're doing a damn good job with it too. Potentially also incredibly desirable. So, well, you know, desire, look at that card, duh. Okie dokie. Next cards we have are from the Valentina Tarot, and what we have here is the Two of Swords. Okie dokie. 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's been a long damn time coming, and the Ace of Swords. Cool. I feel like all of these piles have been one massive pile, and people are at the beginning, the middle, and this is the end, where you reach the, well, this is it, you're ready for love. You've had all of your heart pieces slightly broken, potentially, but you've done the work to actually be like, I'm done. Like, I need to externalize like the happiness that I already feel inside me, basically. But like it's gotten to the point where you want to share the burden with someone else now, rather than just by yourself, basically. And for some of you that will happen, and it will be relatively swift, because for some of you, you already have a person in mind and they're already in your energy. For others of you, you're still deciding what you want to do, but for the most part, you are ready to put yourself out there into the world and actually decide that you are ready for love. Because at the end of the day, this is about a decision. You make the decision that you are ready for love. It's not me. Yeah, I can tell you all of these things, but it's you. It's not me. Again, it is a mirror, yes, but shit. Yeah, you're ready. You're ready. So stop convincing yourself, for some of you, that you're not, because you are. Stop flitting between mindset and other mindsets, where one of them is the past and the other is the present, or the future, where you already have everything. Like, it's like one part of you is super confident, and then the next day you're falling apart, basically, because you're just like, I don't have this yet, I don't know how to get it, and it's just like, Yeah, self-regulate your emotions basically. I feel like you're confident enough, and you know, 39 on the clock when I said that, but you are confident enough to know that what you want is coming for you anyway. It's just that sometimes you have a moment of, I wouldn't say weakness, but expression of anxiety basically, where you're just like, well, what if? Well, change those what ifs, the negative ones, to what if I succeed? What if I do get what I want? What if the love I desire is already in my vicinity? I don't know why I said vicinity, but what if it's already here, basically? And it's gonna happen really quickly, much faster than you expect it to, because this is abrupt, the Ace of Swords. But yeah, some of you have been choosing the, what is it called, you've been stuck between choosing the present, sorry, not the present, but the something new that is just like swift and strong and almost immune, I guess, and then between the old, where you're still holding on to self-limiting beliefs basically. But either way, I feel like you know where you're headed, you know what you want, and you're gonna get it. The next cards we have are from the normal right away, and we have the Empress. There we go, honey, you're gonna get it. The Emperor. I feel like my head is kind of fuzzy, like in a really good way. Like I feel like I just got butterflies in my brain. But also the Ten of Wands again here. So for some of you that are already in connections, well, this is lovely. Oop. And then this, I feel like for those of you that have been in a connection for a long time, now is a good time to admit feelings, readmit vows, if you are already married, or if you believe in marriage and things like that. Like, it would be a good time to recommit, basically, to re-talk, have conversations again about what the things you want and the things you desire and where you're going with this. And even if you are, like, you know, already married, there's still more to go. There's pinnacles to be reached, there's more cake to be eaten. There's a lot of happiness to go, basically. But you may have been focusing a lot on, like, the things that drag you down, potentially financially, or you've just felt a bit burdened, basically, for some of you here, especially because it's times two of these, and maybe it's both people that have felt burdened. And if there is no one in your romantic life as of yet, here you are ready. Your masculine and your feminine are literally perfectly aligned inside you, basically. But I feel like you keep giving yourself shit or trash because you feel like, sorry, you force yourself to think from your limiting beliefs, from your previous what do you call it, your previous self. That's what I'm gonna call it, basically. Do you see the turtle here? It's like cracking out of an egg. This is going to be an odd analogy, I guess, and I've already forgotten some of it. It's like cracking out of an egg, and your new self is already out of the egg, but your old self is still hiding in this egg. Don't know why this turtle is important. I can't remember what the fucking analogy was. But you're constantly flitting in and out of your shell, basically. Yeah, there's the turtle, I guess. The shell, or the tortoise. I don't remember it. But yeah, so you gotta stay out of your shell if you want to feel like you can be open and also vulnerable. Because again, being open is great. That's, you know, wanted. But being vulnerable is special because you haven't worked it out yet, and you're still willing to share it whilst you're working it out. When you're open, you've already worked it out inside yourself. So all you gotta do is speak. That's really it. All you gotta do is communicate it. But when you're vulnerable, you don't know what's gonna come out. Me doing tarot readings, that's pretty vulnerable. I don't fucking have a clue what's gonna come out. So you guys being like, oh my god, this really resonates, thank you, because honestly, I feel like I chat shit half the time. But anyways, I feel like also you've been focusing a lot on things that haven't really done the best to serve you in a more positive sense. You've been overthinking a lot for some of you, and you've been taking on more responsibility than necessary. And just here to give you a little nudge and to basically tell you that you can celebrate your relationship or your single status if you are single, and also the fact that you can celebrate yourself, basically. Stop focusing on the negative. You are allowed to actually drop the burdens and be like, I am whole. Like, I can celebrate this. I can have a fucking party if I wanted to, because I deserve it, basically. Because I am the cherry on the cake. But yeah, let's see. Okay. The next cards you have are from the Weird Cat Tarot, and we have the Four of Cups. Everyone's gotten the either the Four of Cups or the other fours, like what is it, the four of I forgot the rest of the cards. Oh my god, the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, basically. So yeah, every pile has gotten at least one of them, and one pile got three of them. So there we go. Ace of Cups, sweet, and then Queen of Wands. That is really fucking lovely. Okay. Again, you're allowed to celebrate yourself. You're allowed to party with yourself, by yourself, whatever. 2023 can be that year where you are more magnificent than you've ever been before. And you are allowed to feel yourself and be confident about it, because who's gonna stop you? Nobody. But yeah. Please stop allowing your negative emotions, things that just you don't see as what is it called, as blessings. Just don't let petty things basically ruin your energy. That's what I'm gonna leave it as, because there's a lot of happiness to focus on. There's a lot of love to focus on here with the, especially with these two, the counterparts here, and they're the most learned, the biggest, oh my god, how do you word this, the counterpart at the very top. They're not kings, they're not queens, they're the freaking empress and emperor. They're the very highest. They're literally number 3 and number 4 in the tarot. Like, and the high priestess and the magician, well, they're not even a couple, basically, quite frankly, because they're not. It just doesn't make sense. But this romance related anyway. So this is it. This is the highest level of commitment you're gonna get, basically. Ooh, for some of you, ooh, because you know, if you're single, but this is it. This is where you reach the top of the top, quite frankly. And if you're going through a period where you're breaking up with someone, well, that wasn't the highest of the commitment you were gonna receive, clearly, and also it wasn't even the highest, the pinnacle of the best relationships you're ever gonna have. So please look forward to the future and not to the past, basically, because again, there is a lot of looking at the past and being like, I can't see the positive in this. I am annoyed. The universe is giving me a fourth cup and I just don't know what the fuck to do. My eyes are closed. I can't even appreciate the three in front of me, basically. So please start appreciating your own energy and focusing less on things that just do not matter as much as the happy memories you're creating with, oh sorry, because this is very retroactive, as the happy things and the memories you will be creating with your counterpart, with yourself, for yourself. But yeah, you had the Ace of Swords and also the Ace of Cups, so this is a lot of forward movement here. So whatever you've been flitting behind in decision making, there will be a lot of love once you make the decision, basically, and it will be swift, basically. Once you make that decision, nothing can stop this love from growing even bigger than it already is, basically. But that, again, that's a decision. That's what you decide. You are ready for love because you've decided you are ready for love. It's that easy. It can be that easy. Moon Power Tarot, we have the last cards we have. Temperance. The Two of Wands. And also the, what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles. 42, Don't Panic, from the Hitchhiker's Galaxy of the Guide. The book she's holding, basically. I haven't watched it, I haven't read the books either, so oop. But if you have, maybe that's a sign, I don't know, or feel free to watch if you like it, I don't know. But yeah, what am I seeing here? Temperance. Okay, sharing your ideas with like-minded people. If this is the counterpart that you have, it's a good time to converse, to talk about what you have in your minds, in your heads. Boundaries again. Sharing your ideas about the happy things you want to do together, where you want to go, the dates you want to have, basically, holidays, things like that, because you are looking towards the future here, and there's a lot of happiness coming towards you with the Ace of Cups, and again with the what is it called, with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, that, I mean, I am gonna read it as happiness coming towards you, because quite frankly, most of the time it is a pleasant, a pleasant, albeit abrupt surprise, quite frankly. For some of you, very, very small amount of you, this could be a baby, a pregnancy, or you becoming a grandma, I don't know. But for most of you, it's just the combination of your love just showcasing itself in reality, basically. But yeah, again with the Temperance card, you will be if you are single, or whether you're with someone, you will be sharing ideas, communicating with people, communicating with your partner rather, and receiving the love you deserve, basically. There will be so much communication here that you will feel full from it, basically, because you will be feeling each other's feeling each other's antennae. That sounds so fucking weird, but if you haven't watched Planet 51, might be a chance to do so, because that one was quite funny back in the day. But back in my day, I guess, because I'm not that old, so I guess, oh my god, yeah, I'm not even that old. I think it's a 2012 movie, I can't remember. Animated film kind of thing. But either way, you'll be filling each other's cups to the brim, and there will be so much communication and happy memories that are created, or you'll be reminiscing on the past and you'll be laughing about them, basically. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, you may have been focusing way too much on work, basically, or you may feel like you need to delegate your time better and focus on work and also on the love that you are creating, because whilst you are ready for love, you feel like there are still some little corners you need to clean through, the nooks and crannies, to be brushed, to be, I don't know, air dry, what the fuck am I saying, blow dried, whatever, things like that, vacuum too, that, I don't know. You might feel like there are some dusty corners that you need to clean, basically, in your mind or in your heart space, to be able to have the thing you deserve to have. But the thing is, you already deserve it, and you're making yourself feel like you don't deserve it, or you're questioning whether or not you do, with the Two of Swords as well. Where is the Two of Swords? I don't know where the Two of Swords is, because it was turned upside down, as in like this way around. But yeah, you may feel like you're questioning yourself slightly, but at the end of the day, you are ready, honestly. Please stop making yourself, for some of you anyway, small, because you're allowed to take up so much space, and clearly you are ready for love. Whether or not you see it, well, I feel like you do see it, so you do see it. It's there, you're ready, that's it. And that's what I'm gonna leave you with. So create the thing you desire to have, because the more you think about what you want, the faster you're going to attract it. But at the same time, think of it in a way where you actually already have it, and not with sadness, with like desperation. Think about it through anticipation. Maybe return to the first pile, just to watch what this card's meaning was, because that was a pretty decent meaning about waiting, because waiting can be positive, it doesn't have to be negative, basically. That's that. But either way, thank you for being here, and hope to see you in the next one, or in the previous one, basically. So yeah, lovely seeing you. Bye.